Rangers are having their worst start to a season in nearly 50 years, and everything points to the worst manager ever at Ibrox. I've split this video into 3 parts. First, the complete collapse on the pitch, then the strange decision to leave out Nico Raskin, and finally, the role of the 49ers and Kevin Thelwell in this disaster. Stay until the end because today we can't stay quiet. 1. The fall of Martin, the worst start in Rangers' modern history. This was the kind of afternoon you don't forget, but not for good reasons. Rangers 0, Hearts 2 at Ibrox, a result that's already hard to take, but it's only the tip of the iceberg in a huge crisis. Lawrence Shankland, the same player once linked with Rangers, returned to Govan not as a new signing, but as the one who did the damage. 2 goals, both caused by shocking defending, and Ibrox was left in total silence. A silence only broken by angry shouts, boos, chants asking for change, and a crowd that walked out before the final whistle. A heartbreaking scene. The numbers are shocking. 4 points from 5 matches, not a single win against teams above League One, 10th place in the table. That's not just a bad position, it's an insult to the club's history. It's the worst domestic start in 47 years. Not even in the darkest days of the 1980s did we see something like this. And even back then, the team fought, worked hard, and played with pride. What we see now is just a team with no spirit, a manager with no answers, and a board with no direction. Russell Martin, a man who came in with big words and promises of modern football, is dragging Rangers into a hole with no way out. On the pitch, his so-called possession style means nothing. 66% possession against Hearts. For what? To lose tackles, to not create a single big chance, to concede 2 goals and walk off the pitch with heads down again? The team looks like a shadow. There's no fight, no ideas, no leadership. And even worse, it seems like the players don't believe in what they're doing. The fans' reaction was brutal. At the 80-minute mark, Ibrox started to empty. Empty seats everywhere, a cold silence, and those who stayed sang chants like, "You're getting sacked in the morning," and called out for Nico Raskin, another victim of the manager's stubbornness. This isn't just a bad run. It's a slow-motion collapse that everyone can see, except the ones who should fix it. And in the middle of all this chaos, the board stays silent. Kevin Thelwell, who put his faith in Martin, is now feeling the heat. £10 million spent on a striker who doesn't even play. Signings that solve nothing. A split dressing room. All of this is the result of bad decisions at the top. Now look around you. See where Rangers are. See how they play. See how it feels. And ask yourself clearly, if this embarrassment isn't enough to sack a manager, what else needs to happen before Russell Martin is out of Ibrox? To Nico Raskin, left out his Martin's stubbornness, costing too much. Leaving Nico Raskin out of the Rangers squad right now is more than just a football decision. It feels like a slap in the face. In any serious team, a midfielder with Raskin's talent and effort would be a key player. But here he's been pushed aside, just left out, and all because of a so-called loss of trust with Russell Martin. But what's really happening is a manager who seems more focused on showing who's boss than on winning games. The Belgian was without doubt one of Rangers' best players last season. 5 goals, 11 assists, always showing personality and vision in midfield. And now he watches from the stands while Martin tries out weak midfield pairings and keeps dropping points. Against Hearts, just 9 minutes into the match, fans were already singing Raskin's name around Ibrox. The message couldn't be clearer. The fans know who should be on the pitch. And what's even more ridiculous is that while Raskin shines for Belgium, he recently scored his first goal for the national team in a 6-0 win, Martin keeps saying he needs to earn back trust. Weak excuse, hurt pride, whatever it is, Rangers can't afford it. Not while sitting near the bottom of the table with no league wins and a dressing room on the edge. And this isn't new. Raskin was also left out against Celtic in a derby where his energy and presence could have made a real difference. His absence on the pitch is impossible to ignore, and the longer Martin keeps him out, the more this looks like a personal issue that's dragging the whole team down. Let's be honest, at a time when every point matters, when the club is in a competitive emergency, is it really okay to leave out one of your best players just out of stubbornness? 3. Are the 49ers' plans falling apart? Thelwell's decisions and McCoist's pressure. If there's one thing louder than the chaos on the pitch, it's the silence from the boardroom. While Ibrox burns, the 49ers, that American group who promised to modernize Rangers, are watching the collapse like they're seeing a documentary about some other club. And in the middle of it all is Kevin Thelwell, the sporting director who put all his trust in Russell Martin. And now it looks like he'll go down with him. This isn't just about the manager anymore. It's about vision, about identity, about what on earth is actually being built at Ibrox. Thelwell didn't just hire Martin. He gave him full control. He spent over £10 million on players like Youssef Chermiti, who didn't even play against Hearts, while Bojan Miovski, who cost a lot less, is starting games elsewhere. And the results? 3 wins in 12 matches. Knocked out of the Champions League with a shocking 9-1 scoreline. 10th in the league, the worst start in nearly 50 years. And if there's one person not staying quiet, it's Ali McCoist. He's not holding back. He said Martin took the biscuit, the tray, and the whole teapot with him. He said 10th place isn't a league position for Rangers, it's a bus route. When a club legend starts mocking the state of the team, something has broken, and it's not just McCoist. Ibrox itself gave a clear answer: empty stands before full time, furious chants, and a mood that no pretty words can fix. This so-called 49ers project is falling flat on its face. Modernization, planning, it all feels like a big shot in the dark. And in the middle of it, the one who suffers is you. Because you're the one who supports, who goes to the stadium, who spends money, who feels every moment. And meanwhile, the club is being run by people who seem more focused on looking modern than actually winning trophies. And now you have to face this question head on. Are the 49ers really ready to lead Rangers, or are they just destroying everything that makes this club great? Comment below what you think about the news. Don't forget to leave a like on the video to help me out. I post videos every day talking about our Rangers, so if you're not subscribed, you're missing out on the latest news. See you soon.